All right, let's get right into your daily health check for the PLAZM protocol. It is April 13th, 2026, and this is day 196. Let's see what's happening under the hood.
First things first, we have to look at the market's mood. And, well, it's not great. The crypto fear and greed index has absolutely cratered, dropping down to just 12 out of 100. That puts us deep into extreme fear territory, and that context is critical for everything else we're about to talk about.
Because you really can't understand PLAZM's performance today without understanding the environment it's swimming in. And right now, pretty much the entire crypto space is a sea of red.
I mean, just take a look at the big dogs. Bitcoin's sitting around $70,700, but it's down about 1%. Ethereum's at $21.83, down almost 0.9%. This really sets the baseline for the whole market today.
So, what does a score of extreme fear actually mean in the real world? It's pretty simple, really. It means you've got more people looking to sell than people looking to buy. Any new capital, any fresh money is just sitting on the sidelines waiting to see what happens. That creates a whole lot of downward pressure.
Okay, so with that backdrop, let's zero in on PLAZM. We're going to start with the price, which is what everyone sees first, but then we're going to peel back the layers and see what's really going on with the protocol's core fundamentals.
And yeah, the headline number is a tough one to look at today. The PLAZM price is down 13.16%, landing at about $0.0142. That is a pretty significant drop, and we need to break it down.
But here's where we need to put on our analyst hats for a second. We just saw that the whole market is down roughly 1%, right? So if you take that away from PLAZM's drop, you're left with about 12% of selling pressure that is specific to the protocol itself. That could be anything from early stakers taking some profits to just thinner liquidity on the books.
And this gets to the absolute core of today's health check. In a market gripped by fear, the price is really just an indicator of sentiment. It's about how people feel. The protocol's fundamentals, the actual mechanics, well, they can be telling a completely different story.
So you've got to ask the question, right? We've seen the sentiment play out in the price, but what about the substance? How is the actual protocol, the machine itself, holding up under all this pressure? Okay, time to pop the hood and take a look at the engine room. We're going to move past the price for a minute and analyze the key metrics that show us the true operational health of the PLAZM protocol.
And right away, things get really interesting. The first thing we see in the engine room is growth. Look at this. The vault's Ethereum balance actually went up. It climbed from about 211.5 ETH yesterday to over 212.7 ETH today. That's an increase of 1.22 new ETH in a single day, moving directly against that negative market tide. So what is this vault exactly? The simplest way to think about it is as a leveraged position on Ethereum. Its dollar value can go up just from ETH appreciating in price, even without any new money coming in from bond sales. It's a really key part of the design.
And the growth didn't just stop there. The total number of bonds also climbed. We saw 18 new bonds created, bringing the total to just under 13,000. This shows us there's still ongoing organic accumulation even when the market is scared.
And when we drill down into those bond metrics, things look really stable. The APR is sitting at a very healthy 29.37%. The daily yield is bringing in almost $374, and the buy and grow rate means the protocol is using its own earnings to automatically buy about 2 new bonds for itself every single day. It's literally a self-expanding system.
Now let's switch over and look at the supply side. You can see the whole breakdown here, but the number that just leaps off the page is that 18%. Burned. That's 2.66 million PLAZM tokens that have been permanently removed from circulation. They are gone, creating a really powerful long-term deflationary pressure on the token.
This table shows us exactly how that happens. The buy, burn, and build pools have spent over $75,000 buying and burning PLAZM over the protocol's lifetime. And check this out. There's another $1,460 in reserves right now ready to be deployed. A chunk of today's yield is actually slated to buy and burn another 17,000 PLAZM tokens.
So, the engine is running smooth, but what's coming up on the road ahead? Let's take a quick look at the horizon. And this is a big deal. The outlook is clear. The release radar, which tracks any scheduled token unlocks, shows an 80-day clear horizon. That means 0 new PLAZM are scheduled to come into circulation in the near term.
You really can't overstate how important this is. In a fearful market, the absolute last thing you want is a giant wave of new supply hitting the books. That can be totally crushing. The clear radar takes that major risk right off the table, and that brings a huge amount of stability.
Okay, so we've looked at the price and we've looked at the protocol. Let's pull it all together now for our day 196 verdict.
So here's the bottom line. Our scorecard for today is basically split right down the middle. On one side, you have the price, which reflects that market-wide fear, and it's declining. But on the other side, you have the core protocol machinery. The vault, the bond count, they're both growing. And the forward-looking radar is crystal clear. The engine is running exactly as it was designed to.
And this leads us with the one central question you should really be thinking about today. While the price is clearly reflecting a moment of intense, short-term fear, does all the data from the protocol's engine, that steady growth, that clear road ahead, actually point to a foundation of long-term strength? That's the key takeaway to consider.
And as always, just a reminder that all of this is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not financial advice. Investing in cryptocurrency is highly volatile, so please always make sure you do your own research.